So I'm from Southern California as well, and growing up in Southern California, I learned how to get along with people on the other side of the aisle. But I know that there are also a lot of people who are unable to get along with other people as soon as politics comes up. So my question to you is, how can I, as a friend or just a first-time stranger, kind of facilitate and help people be okay with connecting bridges?
I mean, honestly, I think it's a temperament thing. What I mean by this is that you can usually tell within the first 30 seconds of a conversation which way this thing is going. Sometimes people want to have an honest conversation and they want to talk about issues from a disagreeing point of view. I have a lot of friends who disagree with me politically. And the entire intellectual dark web, I believe I'm the only registered Republican in the intellectual dark web. So I'm constantly talking with people who disagree with me. I love doing it. That's a different thing than debating somebody on a stage, right? Debating somebody on a stage, you're performing in front of an audience to a certain extent, and it depends. Are you there to have a conversation, or are you there to destroy somebody? So you sort of have to determine before the conversation begins where it's going to go. But there are a lot of situations, honestly, the first clue is if somebody attacks your character. If somebody attacks your character for having a dissenting point of view, then this is a conversation that is not only going nowhere, but it's counterproductive, and you should leave as soon as possible. Because you can't have any good conversation with anyone who's attacking your character. You can't do it with a spouse. Right? Well, the first thing that you learn when you're married is that the thing you should never say to your spouse is, "You always do X." Because that's an attack on character, and it's not true usually. Right? Instead, if you're going to have a productive conversation, it's "you just did this thing, and I'm upset you just did this thing." The attack on character ends a conversation. Doesn't matter what the conversation is. That's particularly true in politics.